Hey guys, Brian from Boas here. The classic way to hold a boa or any other snake is to wrap it around your neck. But I typically don't hold snakes around my neck in my videos, and I'm often asked why. So today I want to answer that question and say some general thoughts about how you should handle your boa when you have it out. So that's one of the most common things people ask me is, why don't you put your boa around your neck like this in your videos? And first I want to say that it's not always a bad thing, and I'm not always against doing that, but there's actually a few reasons why I don't typically do that in my videos. And the first is that, of course, the videos are about my boas, not about me. And I find that if I have my boa out like this, where you can see the whole body and it's in the front, I think that puts more emphasis on the boa itself, like this beautiful subadult longicauda boa, rather than on me. And I really want the channel to be about the boas and give you the best view of these beautiful animals. The second reason is that when I'm doing a video, I have to handle the boa, I have to think about the boa, what it's doing, read its body language, while simultaneously I'm coming up with these thoughts and spewing them out onto the camera for you to hear. So it can be kind of like multitasking. And if a boa is cooperative like this one, it's not that hard. But sometimes a boa isn't really in the mood to be handled, or maybe it's gonna possibly bite me or something like that. And it's a lot easier to control a boa in my hands like this rather than when it's wrapped around my neck. And then the final reason I don't do this in my videos is because in some instances it's really not a good idea to hold a boa around your neck. And I think if people watch it and see me doing it, maybe they're going to be more likely to do it. And even though it's not always a bad idea, sometimes it can be for certain people and certain boas. So that being said, there's really nothing innately wrong with putting a boa around your neck. You know, a lot of times people like that because the boa just kind of hangs out. Particularly if you have a really tame boa, it can just kind of hang there. You know, if you don't have to worry about the boa possibly acting defensive or getting a little bit scared and maybe trying to escape, it's not a bad thing to do. And the decision of whether or not you should do this is really going to depend upon you and your boa. And this is a boa that I can do that with. This is a branchia boa. This is one of my calmer, more mellow boas, although she is going into shed right now, which sometimes they can be a little bit more defensive when in shed. But with this particular animal, I know that she's a very mellow animal, and of course she's not going to cooperate for the video. But anyway, you get the point. If you have a boa you know quite well, and there's not really a reason to be worried that she might nip you, it can be an okay thing to put a boa around your neck like this. And this boa is about 5 feet long. She's quite girthy for her size though, because the branchia boas tend to be one of the more girthy boas, which is one of the things I like about them. And it's always important when you're doing this, you want to keep control of the boa at all times. Have both hands, you don't want to just let it dangle. You want to have one hand, it can wrap around its tail around your hand. The other one you can control its neck and head. And you don't want it to form a full loop like this, okay? See, I have this space here. You never want your boa to form a full loop around your neck, despite, regardless of the size. Even a small boa, if it forms a full loop around your neck, it can, cut off your circulation. It could, potentially be hard to get off, so you don't want to do that. But this is okay. This is a okay boa that, can be handled like this. And, not a concern, because I know this boa, and I know how to read her body language, and this is okay to put your boa like this around your neck. Another consideration for whether you should put a boa or any other snake around your neck is the size. And you can see this is one of my biggest boas. This is an adult female Argentine. She's probably pushing 8 feet, maybe a little more than 8 feet. She's a big girl, but she's also a really mellow animal. So typically, like I said in my videos, I handle them like this. But with a boa this size that weighs, a little bit more than 20 pounds, it can get kind of tiring to hold her up like this. So, with a boa like this, I would be tempted to put it around my neck like this. And You know, I'm a relatively large person. You know, if you're small, you probably don't want to hold this big of an animal around your neck like this. And certainly I wouldn't hold any animal this big around my neck. This particular animal, though, I know is more mellow, and I know how to read her body language. So for an animal like this, for most people, probably you don't want to put it around your neck just because of the size. But, you know, be your own judge. Don't do something stupid. You know, you want to prioritize your safety and the snake's safety whenever you're going to handle your boa. So anyway, that was my thoughts on putting boas or any other snake around your neck. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Shoot me any questions you might have. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your boas.